Hey everyone, it's me, Goku! Don't forget to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming. Here, you'll find the latest Dragon Ball news and content. Also, don't forget to like the video and follow Unreal on both Instagram and Twitter.
Kakarot! You, Kakarot, you will be the first to turn on notifications. And give this video a like right now, or else I'll destroy you!
As with everything known about Merge Zamasu and the total impact he had within the Dragon Ball Super franchise, Merge Zamasu is without question one of the most dangerous entities that our heroes ever had to face within the Dragon Ball franchise. However, what if in fact Merge Zamasu was not alone in his quest of having to destroy our heroes once and for all, but now instead, Merge Zamasu had now found himself formulating a partnership and union with the escaped prisoner Moro, in going as far as to merge together even more so by combining their bodies in battling against Ultra Ego Gogeta. Here today, we are going to be introducing the story of what if in fact Merge Zamasu and Moro had in fact combined bodies, in going as far as to battle against both future Trunks and Ultra Ego Gogeta in an alternate future timeline, to ultimately decide the fate of all existence itself by having to witness the fusion of Zamoro having to battle one-on-one against none other than Gogeta. Now before we dive any further into this video, if you are new to the channel and of course have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball related, including its manga, anime, video games, fan animations, fan mangas, and more, in which would also like to be kept up to date with everything in regards to the Dragon Ball Super manga, the Dragon Ball Super anime, Dragon Ball video games, and any and all additional content within the Dragon Ball universe, then I do encourage you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to always be notified whenever a brand new video is posted onto the channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply excited to see what the future holds for the Dragon Ball franchise. And with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for your time, thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and now let's dive straight into the video. As our story opens up within the future Trunks timeline, in now having to witness a newly formed fusion having to overlook the city, as the fusion itself seems to derive from none other than Ultra Instinct Moro 7-3 and Merge Zamasu, that was when this entity known as Zamoro went on to comment, "Look at this place. I was right to have merged myself with Moro before carrying out my Zero Mortals plan in another timeline. These Saiyans and their pathetic attempts of replicating the gods makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about it," Zamoro says. "An immortal such as myself can never be defeated, but I suppose I should commend your perseverance in the face of your annihilation, Fusion, but you will not get very far," Zamoro shouts, "and with the angelic power that courses through me, I will never see the day of defeat. No matter how much mortals combine their power, it will be nothing more than child's play compared to the power of the one true God who stands before you. Whether it's Trunks or whether it's your fusion, you are both doomed, and there is nothing that you can possibly do that will change that. You will fail and you will die." As out of nowhere from beneath the city shooting upwards, we then see how a barrage of energy blasts were then making their way towards Zamoro, as Zamoro went on to respond, "This again? How many times must I show you that no matter how much energy you try and put into your attacks, it just won't work? Not against me, that is. is, as we only then see how Zamoro had gone in deflecting each and every single energy blast away. That's when he went on to continue, how could you possibly hope to stop me with childish attacks like these? Is this the best your so-called fusion dance can do? You're wasting my time. But then, out of nowhere from within the middle of the energy blast, we only then notice how Ultra Ego Gogeta had gone, and from there being shown making his way towards Zamoro by telling him, "Oh, trust me, this fight of ours is far from finished. I'm just getting started here." As Zamoro went on to respond, "How is this worm still able to fight? He should have been dead a long time ago. How is he still alive?" But even then, before Zamoro could even react, that was when Ultra Ego Gogeta had gone in, smashing his way into Zamoro by telling him, "It'll take more than stealing bodies to keep me down, you abomination. Our union was achieved through our own collective efforts in reaching the power we have, whereas you had to resort to stealing yours. You could never defeat me, even if you fused 100 times over," Gogeta says. "Let this be yet another example of your divine failure, Zamoro. You failed then, and you will fail now." As with Ultra Ego Gogeta being shown having to smash his elbow into Zamoro's face, with Zamoro being shown visibly angry and stumbling on back, that's when Zamoro went on to respond by shouting, "Why, you dirty little, I'm going to skin you and wear you around my boots by the time this day is through." "What's wrong?" Gogeta asks. "You seem to be losing your edge there. Having a hard time using that ultra instinct of yours that you stole? Angry much? I would be angry too if I was facing off against someone with destructive power." As it was only then with Zamoro being shown wiping the blood from his face, that's when he went on to respond to Gogeta by telling him, "I see. So this power you have coursing through you stems from the power of a god of destruction. You Saiyans are painfully unaware of the danger you are facing, and when it's all over, I will be the one who snuffs out the life of you filthy mortals once and for all. You may have destroyed myself and Moro from an alternate timeline, but here, you have no chance. You just keep running your mouth while I kick your teeth out of your face, Fusion," Gogeta shouts. "The more damage this body takes, the stronger I become. So you're the one who is unaware of the dangers they are facing, and I'm going to prove it to you. Don't believe me? Well, go on then, make your move, and watch me show it to you little by little." But even then, despite what Gogeta had just said, that was when Zamoro had gone in, opening up a portal and then being shown striking Gogeta by responding, "What absolute nonsense! A power in which is used to destroy its own host through punishment? The genius of your fusion is further proof that the gods have failed. I will not tolerate your disrespect any longer," Zamoro shouts. As he was only from there shown having to strike Gogeta in the face multiple amounts of times by using this exact portal, it was only from that point moving forward where Zamoro had gone on to continue, "You want me to continue to punish your body, mortal? Then I welcome your invitation without hesitation. I won't just punish you for coming here into this timeline," Zamoro says, "but I will also punish you for daring to defy the god's rule of order. You wanted to see my power at its peak? Well, behold, mortal, I am giving you exactly what you deserve. Witness and behold a body with limitless divinity and immortality. Now observe the potential of a body that can infinitely increase in strength just like you. You are hopeless," Zamoro shouts, as he was from there shown quickly dashing towards Gogeta and grabbing him by the neck. It was only from that point as he began to drive Gogeta back where Zamoro went on to continue, "I am infinite, limitless, without any equals, whereas you are limited, broken, frail, and weak. Who would have thought that merging with the escaped prisoner would be this rewarding," Zamoro says. "Frightening, isn't it?" Zamoro asks. "Did you ever stop to think about what would happen if I spun you around and copied that power of yours and made it mine? I think we should try that out," Zamoro says. "I like the sound of that." But then, as Ultra Ego Gogeta was shown grabbing onto Zamoro's hand, that's when he went on to respond by telling him, "You're crazy if you think I'd let you steal my power on top of all of the other things you stole. This pain is what drives me, Gogeta says, and you could never understand that. As shockingly enough, with Gogeta then being shown having to slowly remove Zamoro's hand from his own throat, it was only from that point moving forward where Gogeta went on to smile at Zamoro by telling him, like I said, you don't have a chance even if you tried. You think Kakarot and Vegeta haven't prepared for moments like this? For enemies like you? Well, wasn't expecting to be facing off against Moro and Zamasu again, but you get the picture. This is only but the tip of the iceberg of what we are capable of, Gogeta says, even more so than before. You're strong, real strong, Zamoro, but I am stronger. I am sharper, and if it means that I'm going to have to sacrifice my own life in order to end yours, then I'll do it. And that is where you're scared, Gogeta says, because you know that Kakarot and Vegeta will lay themselves down to see a fight through until the end. You can try and copy my power, but you could never be like me, Gogeta says. You could never replicate what I am, as Gogeta from there was shown having to knee Zamoro in the face before having to throw him down into the city. It was only from that point moving forward where Gogeta had then gone on to tell him, I actually enjoy hurting you, come to think of it. Let the pain continue. Down you go. As it was only from that point on where we get to see how Zamoro had then gone in crashing through the entire city, as Gogeta went on to comment, fool, did he really think he was just going to copy me without him being stopped? Let's see how strong you are after this one, Gogeta says. Big Bang Attack! To where Gogeta from there had gone in firing off a gigantic Big Bang into the city, in which as Gogeta was furthermore being shown having to fire off his attack, that's when Gogeta went on to continue, there's no way he should be standing after— wait, what are those glowing orbs coming from beneath the city? I've seen those before, he says, but that can't be coming from my Big Bang attack, so yes, this is one of Moro's signature techniques. It's not an attack that is meant to be direct, so of course, that's Moro's energy absorption technique. As we only then make our way back within the city, in seeing Zamoro hold up Gogeta's Big Bang attack above him, that's when Zamoro went on to shout, brainless savages, not talking so big and bold now, are you, Saiyan? I'm glad you still remember this from before, because I've been saving this little trick just in case I needed it. Thank you for the prime fuel, mortals. In which as Zamoro had then gone in literally being shown swallowing Gogeta's Big Bang whole, we only then see how Gogeta had then taken immediate action in dashing directly down towards the city and shouting, oh no, I've got to hurry before it's— damn it! But it was already too late, because the minute Zamoro had gone in powering up with such fury and intensity, it was only then within that very moment where Zamoro had gone in laughing by shouting, wow, would you look at this? Yes! What a massive increase of power compared to what I just had a few moments ago. Oh, this is outstanding! All shall be crushed under the weight of my infinite and unrivaled power. This is where you will die, Saiyan. You will all die by my hands. Away with you, mortal scum! You will know my wrath and experience horrors beyond your wildest dreams. Look at this, Zamoro says. Look at me. I am unbeatable. What exceptional and incredibly outstanding energy. I could achieve anything with power like this at my disposal, he adds. With this body, I am unbreakable, indestructible, and unmatched by both gods and mortals. You could never hope to defeat me while at my prime, mortals. My body is stronger than yours. My power is greater than yours. You can only endure so much before you break, and I will break you, Saiyan. I will be what shatters your fusion and be done with you worms once and for all, Zamoro says. But then, the second we then see how a sword had gone and flying on by in its attempts to impale Zamoro, that was when Zamoro had gone in reaching out by catching the sword and responding. And as for you, did you honestly think that I would have forgotten about you, Trunks? still alive and functioning, I see. Well, if it were not for this fusion guarding your life from me, you would have been dead a long time ago. I'll take that. Yes, your sword, Zamoro says. What an interesting weapon you have here, since you love using it so much, and since it was what you used to destroy my body before, what do you say we reciprocate that energy and use this weapon of war against you? An eye for an eye, boy. You have no chance. As a battle-damaged future Trunks went on to tell Zamoro, you will never succeed. You and your abomination of a fusion. We vanquished you both separately before through the power of our unity, and we will somehow find another way to do it again. And maybe, Trunks adds, just maybe, that moment may in fact be right now. What are you blabbering about, mortal? Do you honestly believe that it'll be that easy? Do you really think that? Wait, what is that? Zamoro asks. What is that? The fusion. No, the energy coming from this attack is dense and destructive. Where did he manage to get this power from? Curse you! As out of nowhere, unbeknownst to Zamoro, he was then shown being hit by a massive Hakai blast that was then being shown dragged on into the city. As Gogeta had now made his re-entry into the fight, that's when Trunks went on to add, "Oh, that was a close call. What incredible energy. Do you think that did it? Do you think that demon is gone for good? There's no way he could have survived something like that just now," with Gogeta responding, "Far from it. That may have broken him down for a moment, but I have no doubt that he'll survive and come back, so we don't have long here." So what do you think we should do? Trunks asks. Is there any way that we can destroy him? With Gogeta responding, "What we are going to do here is separate. You shouldn't be anywhere near this freak for the time being. The last thing we want is for you to die. So if you're going to attack him, then do it from afar, but leave the rest to us," Gogeta shouts. "I have a plan, but it won't work if your life hangs in the balance of it all." But then, as we only see how a massive explosion had occurred in the distance, with Zamoro having to shout for the Saiyans, Gogeta from there was shown getting into fighting position by smiling and responding, "Good. Just like that, you freak. Keep getting angry and losing sight of focus while I kick you around this city. I just need one small opening and it's lights out for good. He's finished," Gogeta says. "You stay here. If you figure something out, then act on it while we still have a chance," Gogeta shouts. "Hey, wait, what do you mean?" Trunks asks. As with Gogeta now being shown having to hover above the city, that's when Gogeta went on to continue. "His energy is flaring out of control. Perfect. What's wrong, Zamoro? I thought you said that you were stronger than us. Looks like you're a little busy trying to put yourself back together there, huh? You seem to take up Zamasu's trash-talking trait, so it isn't surprising to me to see you run your mouth enough only to get put in your place again. So what happened? I told you that I'd be getting stronger during the course of this battle, didn't I? So even if you were once stronger, I am way past your level now, so I know you're not hurt down there. Now come on now," Gogeta shouts. To where as we only then witnessed how Zamoro had gone in powering up with such tremendous amounts of fury, it was only from there moving forward where Zamoro went on to shout, "I am the ultimate fusion, the ultimate life form. You could never surpass my power, ever. Die, Saiyan!" As the very moment Zamoro was shown having to fly on up in his attempts of punching Gogeta, we only then see how Gogeta had gone in grabbing onto Zamoro's fist by responding, "Not bad. So, you got a little stronger yourself too, huh?" To where as Gogeta was shown having to throw a punch of his own with Zamoro grabbing it, that's when Zamoro went on to respond by telling him, "You mortals are living on borrowed time. Do you think I don't know that your fusion is bound to expire soon? You will die." "Oh, don't you worry," Gogeta went on to respond, "because we don't need that much longer to take you down once and for all. That you can bank on." To where as the two were then shown having to lock hands in a test of strength, that's when Zamoro went on to tell Gogeta, "You could never hope to stop me. Even if you somehow manage to destroy my body, I will simply be reborn into a new one, and this cycle will continue until your fusion runs itself down into the ground. You think I'm aiming just to destroy destroy your body, Gogeta asks. I'm going to eradicate your soul so that way you can never come back again. In which, as the two were then shown having to headbutt each other back and forth with such tremendous amounts of force behind it, with neither fusion now willing to give up, that's when Zamoro went on to tell Gogeta, "You will never destroy me, you filthy mortals. I am beyond Saiyans, beyond gods, and beyond angels. I can never be replaced or denied." But that was when, within that very moment where Gogeta had gone in grabbing onto Zamoro's horns and then being shown kneeing him in the face by responding, "We must have hit you a lot harder than we thought if you believe that you are beyond anything. Your spirits are broken. You can barely focus," Gogeta shouts. "You lost the one and only edge you had in using Ultra Instinct. So you're the one who's running on borrowed time. Can't you see? Oh, you dreadful little insects. I'm going to devour everything in both of these timelines so that way you will never know Pete." But then, it was from out of nowhere behind Zamoro where Trunks was shown having to impale him with his sword by responding, "Your nightmare ends here, demon. You should have killed me when you had the chance to." "Hey," Trunks shouts, "now's your chance. Do what you need to do. I won't be able to hold him for long." "Trunks, why you?" To where that was when Gogeta was shown having to create a Stardust Breaker above his head by responding, "Perfect. This ought to do some serious damage from the inside. I don't care how strong this freak thinks he is. He won't endure this for much long. Step aside and let him be torn apart from the inside, Trunks," Gogeta shouts. "Stardust Destroyer!" To where the moment Trunks was shown having to remove his sword from Zamoro's body, that's when Trunks went on to tell him, "If we were able to destroy you both before, then we can surely destroy you both again. Hurry! He's vulnerable and wide open!" To where the very second we then see how the Stardust Destroyer had then made its way inside of Zamoro's body, and from that point on being shown having to tear him apart from the inside, it was only then within that moment where Zamoro went on to shout, What is this? No, I can't die. This body cannot be destroyed." As it was only right then and there within that very moment as this was happening where Ultra Ego Gogeta had gone and directly being shown making his way right in front of Zamoro as he was shown sticking his arm out by telling Zamoro, "This is where the road of life comes to an end for you and your unholy merger. A creature such as yourself cannot possibly be given the opportunity to continue to exist. There will be nothing left of this abomination after this one," Gogeta shouts. "Now be gone and don't ever dream of resurrecting ever again. This ends now, Zamoro. Hakai!" To where as we then see how Zamoro's body was beginning to pulsate and echo, that's when Zamoro went on to shout, "What is this? What are you doing, Saiyan? Wait a second. No, it can't be. Not this!" As little by little to the terrifying sight in which Zamoro was witnessing, we only then see how his fusion was now slowly but surely beginning to get erased, as through the act of desperation itself, that's when Zamoro went on to shout, "My body! What did you do to my body? No, this cannot be how it ends. What have you done? Curse you savage mortals! You have not seen the last of me!" But indeed now this was in fact the last time that Zamoro's fusion had gone to exist, because by the very end, as Zamoro's body was then shown being completely dusted, that's when Gogeta went on to respond by telling them, "There won't be a chance in hell that you'll ever be coming back here again. There isn't going to be a trace of you left to remember. Goodbye." And as Zamoro's fusion was then shown finally being completely destroyed, we only then pan on over to Trunks, who was shown giving Gogeta the thumbs up by telling him, "We did it! We finally did it! Thank you. Thank you so much for ensuring the future survival. Wow, Father's fusion with Goku never ceases to amaze me, but this was truly something else. Thank you so much, Vegeta, Gogeta, right? Got me mixed up there for the other guy, huh?" Gogeta responds, "Don't sweat it, kid. We did what we needed to do." As Gogeta was also shown giving Trunks the thumbs up, that's when he went on to continue, "I never would have imagined that a fusion like the one we faced would ever even come to exist. but it sure did give us the motivation that we needed to continue to get stronger and test our power when it was really called for, he says. Now let's just hope we never have to deal with something like that ever again. Now where's that damn time machine of yours, Gogeta asks. It's time we finally go home and leave the future in your hands, Trunks, as it was only right then and there during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Ultra Ego Gogeta versus Mastered Ultra Instinct Zamoro manga chapter 1-off special then comes to a close. Now what I find more interesting than anything else about this was, originally after drawing out and creating Zamoro's fusion way back earlier this year, I really wanted to go on ahead and pit up a lot of these fusions against each other, especially considering the fact that you have the merger of both Goku and Vegeta through the power of having to use Ultra Ego battling against not only a double merger which just so happens to include Merge Zamasu that consists of Goku Black and Future Zamasu, but to throw in Ultra Instinct Moro 7-3 on top of that would just be an absolutely broken fusion to begin with. And what I want to know from you guys down in the comment section below is, let's just say as a hypothetical, if this were to actually happen, then do you guys believe that it is likely, or at least in this case probable, that Ultra Ego Gogeta would simply annihilate Zamoro to begin with? Or do you guys genuinely believe that through the power of having immortality and Ultra Instinct, would Zamoro ultimately get the better of Ultra Ego Gogeta and simply smash him by the very end? So again, I do want to thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all so very much for your time, to where if of course you guys enjoyed it, then be sure to give this video a big fat thumbs up by smashing that like button down below. And if of course you guys also just so happen to be new to this channel, then I also do encourage you guys to go on over and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the gearbox/bell icon, to where that way you guys never miss a single video that is posted onto this channel. To where again, I do want to say that we have so much more coming your way that I think you guys don't want to miss out as to what we have planned coming up next. As to where, a quick little plug, if you guys want to get all of the inside information and exclusives first, then be sure to become a member of our Patreon, patreon.com/UnrealEntGaming, in which all of your contributions and donations in becoming a Patreon member is going to help us and support the channel that much more in providing more fan manga stories for you. So head on down below, link will be located down in the description box and pinned comment section, patreon.com/UnrealEntGaming. You guys will there be able to get exclusive access to arts, PNGs, soundtracks, all of my fan mangas, and so much more. So again, I do appreciate you guys for your time. I do appreciate you guys for your support. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for watching. And to that, I will be seeing each and every single one of you down the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, guys, and have a great day. Peace.
Hello. Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi.
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.